All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to stream. You're back to getting tired, Jesse. I apologize. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. How are we doing today? What's the energy? What's the vibe? Your perfect timing. Oh my god. How are we doing today? Yeah, we're back to normal. We had too many weeks of excited Jesse. We're back to our regularly scheduled program. How are we doing today? What's the energy? How have we been? This is the last time I was here, which was last week. Energy is very inevitable. Hello. Oh my god. Go, Jesse, go! Her body lying motionless on the floor. Yeah, that's about right. I feel like that's me most days. Yeah, I'm getting a blanket. I'm a little chilly. And I want a blanket. Okay. I am wrapped now. I think I'm gonna clean my room to this. I like the idea of art, but never know what I'm doing on the table. Drop a like. Oh, yeah. Treat me like a podcast. With my level of energy, I will truly sound like it'll sound like an ASMR channel. I haven't had a full night's sleep since the year started. Self-inflicted. See, I've had multiple full nights of sleep. It don't change anything though. If you didn't see the stream title, today we are drawing magicians, quote unquote, as the stream poll also suggested. We'll get into that in a little bit. But if you're new here, don't know too much about us, we haven't met before. I am Jesse. I'm one of the instructors here at Wing Canvas. I specialize in comics and creatures and characters. So that is usually what you'll be getting when I am on camera. We are a school of illustration and visual storytelling dedicated to helping art nerds turn their passion into income. We've only got about 2 hours, so we want to jump directly into that. Yeah, today's a lazy day. Okay. But as the poll said, the only options that you guys got were 2. We got a magician or a magician. You guys voted for a magician. Alright. Now, if you've never been to one of these types of streams with me, specifically, yeah, sure. If you've never been to one of these types of streams before, alright? I will be completely in character for the whole stream. If at any point, if anyone ever asks me if what I am saying is real, I will start to write a big /J on the screen, okay? And /J, for those who don't know, stands for joke, alright? If I will be insisting with my voice, oh no, this is true. I was totally there. Like, this was like a thing that happened, but I will be writing this on screen so that you can know that what I am saying is improv. Just letting you know, and this is your one and only warning for the entirety of this stream. Okay? Just giving you a heads up before we get into it. Okay? And that's our one and only warning over, so let's jump into it. I literally just, holy crap, I was like, we gotta jump into it, we gotta do all this, and I literally just realized, I'm like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I completely forgot to do submissions. I forgot to do the art submissions. I forgot to grab them. Well, that's okay. Today was the final day anyway. If you wanted to hand in submissions that have a chance to be featured at the beginning of streams, you can join our Discord, !Discord, and you can submit based on the monthly theme. This past month, it was Anatomy in Action. Next month we'll have a new theme that they will be releasing tomorrow. So join in on that point. Yeah, but submissions for next month will be going out today. Good to know. Okay, yes, today we'll be drawing magicians today. There isn't really a lesson going along today, because, like, magicians are, like, it can refer to like a modern day magician, you know, it's like, oh, like, you know, like doing magic tricks and stuff, but it also refers to like warlocks and wizards and stuff like that. But there isn't too much to do in terms of like notes. There's like not much like with that. So we're gonna just be drawing one today. I think the main reason we're doing this one though is that it was like I ended up getting like, it's been a really long time, but I ended up catching another episode of like the late night Nat Geo, right? Those who don't know, who haven't been here before, like late night Nat Geo, it was a thing. It's been a thing for a while. Like every time that I stream, and there's kind of like a funny stream title with a funny poll. Like, it's this thing that happens where it's like it doesn't matter what you're doing, you're kind of just sitting at your desk, or if you're on your phone or whatever, if you're near a screen, it's just suddenly an episode starts playing, and like once the episode starts you can't turn it off, so you know, you just have to sit through it and watch it. And it kind of just tells you, it's like National Geographic, but it's always like really late at night. It's like usually like, what is it? It's usually like never earlier than like 2 a.m. Like it's always like super, super late at night. And like this time around, like this one was kind of weird. Like before, because usually what it is like, it's like, oh, it was like snow. It's like, oh, the idea of snow is that it's like, snow is actually just DNA, and it's like it melts too fast, but it's like realistically it's rapid evolution, and that's why the Arctic is so dangerous, because you know the snowflakes, they like merge together and they can create a monster, right? So like, but this time around it was like, it was a PSA. Like normally with the Nat Geo ones, they're like thank you for the $2, or the $1.99, I suppose. But yeah, normally it's like, oh, it's like an infomer, like it's telling you, it's like a documentary, it's telling you about like wildlife and stuff. This time around it was like a PSA, which is like really weird. It's like, it's never a PSA, it's never like telling you like, oh, you should avoid this, you should like not do this or whatever, you should like watch out for this kind of guy. But I'm like, but this time around it was like, it was actively like, oh, this thing is kind of like happening around us, and you should like pay attention to who's around you. And like, that's kind of like creepy, you know. That was a little bit scary to like, you know, the episode immediately starts and they're like, this is, you know, something that you should watch for, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of strange. And this time around they were talking about like how like there are some like people that you will see walking around on the streets, or there was some like people that aren't people. Like, it's like you like, it's like, watch for your, what, the thing that I remember, it was like, watch for your neighbors, watch for your friends, right? And I'm like, okay, well, that's a little bit ominous, right? I'm like, I don't know if I really vibe with that. I'm like, normally this is, but I'm like, you know, they're never wrong. Like, they're always like, oh, it's like what's happening on screen is completely true. So I'm like, I'm gonna listen to it, right? And they proceed to say that it's like, there are some like people out there where it's like they're walking around and they're perfect like mimics of other people, but like they're people that you've seen, but they just, their clothes aren't clothes, like it's like skin, and they're trying to blend in with people as much as possible. And they're saying like how it's like, it's kind of scary because like they don't really know what they're here for. It was a shorter one. It was like talking about how like we just need to watch out for what's around us. We should watch out for like, they were specifically saying that like people in like really big trench coats were like kind of a tell, because it's like, they were saying that like the big trench coat could be like, it's actually just like skin as part of like the arm. It's like, you know how like bats work, where it's like the arm and it's like a membrane connected to the hand, like that. It's like, that's what the trench coat is. And it's meant to sort of like mimic the look of a person. So I'm like, I'm feeling I kind of just want to draw what I saw last night. Because it was like, they were showing like pictures of these like mimic people as well on the show, and I was like, oh, They were showing pictures, but they were all like blurry. You know, it's like when they're like, oh, we caught a picture of Bigfoot, and it's like blurry and in the distance. I'm like, I can't see that, man. You know, and like, we're in the modern day. I'm like, what's so hard about having like a clear picture? But they couldn't take a picture of them. They couldn't get any clear ones. So instead, it's like, it's either like artist renditions or like shaky photos taken on like a potato. I don't know, man. But it was strange. There were several different ones that they showed, like several different ones of these like mimic people. So I'm gonna draw a few of the ones that I saw. And like the big one that they kept on talking about was like the trench coat one, where it was like, want to try to come to your house one time? Oh, so you've seen them before. I've never seen these ones. I didn't even know they were like a thing until like I saw the program. Like, no, we're not talking about trench coats. We're talking about like mimics that are supposedly walking around right now. Like, it's like, I saw it on like a late night TV program. Like, they were saying like, we need to watch out for our family and friends because it's like, we don't know who's real and who's not. Yeah. I saw this like a couple nights ago. It was like, yeah, it was like, I was in the middle of like working on a commission. And like the YouTube video that I was watching is suddenly like switched off and like there's Nat Geo. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's time. It's another one of these. And my back was kind of hurting because it's like I fell asleep on my tablet afterwards. I know, because it's like they're supposedly like the way that they talked about it is it's like, oh, they're really, really good at mimicking a person. So it's like the silhouette looks pretty much the same as like if someone was just wearing like a really tall sort of like trench coat. You know, like if somebody was just wearing what do they sound like? Cause like the program was saying that it was like they kind of just sound like people, but like it's like you can kind of tell that it's like hello. You can kind of tell that it's like off because like the sentences that they say are very clearly like they're repeated in a way. So it's like they'll ask them a question and it's like the sentence that they reply with aren't like completely accurate, isn't like completely accurate. You know what I mean? You know, I've never seen one of these guys. I've just heard about them. But yeah, because the way they had it was like somebody who was like just kind of like in this really big. Oh, interesting. Maybe they're mimicking like the people on the street that they hear. You know? I was on your For You? I'm sorry. Welcome in. But yeah, it's like they look just like a person. They were saying like the biggest tell visually would be like the facial features. They're really close, but the biggest thing is that like they don't look like they are like embedded in the face enough. Like it's like they almost look like they're painted on. You know? Like it's like the face doesn't have like quite like the same. Like it's like, you know how like your eyes are like inset into the skull. It's like they don't have that insetting as much. Like it's kind of like if you've ever like made like a face out of like plasticine, or like for you 3D modelers, like you know how like you sculpt in the face. It's like doing like sculpting the face without the detail work, you know. But yeah, because this is what they would like generally look like from like the outside, and then it's like they're saying that like the inside, like if you were to like open the jacket, it's like they're not. It's like the hat. Because, like, the trench coat variant, it's like the hat is not a hat, obviously. But it's like... I'll be literally so honest with you, Poppy Playtime has never interested me. And nobody has been able to convince me that I would like it. Because then it like, it's like this, and it opens up. Making this too big. Because it like opens up, and you know like how like some snapping turtles and like how like anglers, like it's like they're, what do you call it? Like the light on the top of their head is like a lure, or like their like tongue is like looks like a worm, and that like attracts fish in there. Like that's kind of what they implied. With that, you know. You know, it was like, it was a little bat-like, honestly. Like the way that it like, Like, it was kind of like this, and then, like, the... It was kind of... Actually, I say bat. It's almost like a gulper eel, I guess. Like, the way that this opens up here, and, like, the jawbone, like, took up this kind of space. Right? And, like, it opened up here. Like, it was almost, like, gulper eel-esque in that way. You know what I mean? Shiny pics in the daytime or not nighttime photos. It was more nighttime. Like, it was like, some of them were like... Most of them were like at night. Like, just people that looked a little bit off. Walking around, you know? Which is like the best way that I could describe it. Like, it was like... Yeah. It was interesting. Yeah, and they were saying, like, oh, like, watch out, we've already lost people to these guys. And I'm like, oh. Okay. The big anomalous thing about them is it's, like, they're larger on the inside than the outside. So it's, like, they're trying to figure out why that is another thing. Because it's, like, their general, like... volume doesn't make sense. Like the way that it opens up. And it's like their eyes are larger here. Not the new Jim Carrey. But yeah. And it's like, it takes on this like mimicking form. Like this is like the true form, right? It like opens up and then it's like the head is just like a lure. And it's like once it like opens up, it's like you can really get like a proper look that like this face is like almost like painted on. And like the head is like, it's just like part of the hat. Like it's not like, you know, if we're not to be like mimicking, then it's like, it's sort of shaped like, it's like idle. It's like idle sort of look. That's the other thing, is that because of like all of this skin, it can never truly close its mouth. So its mouth is kind of perpetually always a little open. I think it's kind of cute that like their ears sort of look like the bottoms of shoes. But they are essentially just like big floating heads is what it is. Kind of big stretched floating heads. With like a human head for a tongue, I guess. But that's like, you know what I mean? Like it was like, that was like... That wouldn't go in there, yeah. Hamsters and chipmunks, like storing food in their cheeks. Like, that was, like, that was, like, the big trench coat variation, and that was the one that interested me the most, because I was like, it's kind of cool. But yeah, they all sort of take this, like, almost, like, bat-like thing. If they're not trying to, like, mimic a person like this, then it's, like, when they, like, open back up. You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, this is, like, their natural form, I suppose. It's just a head. Like, they're just a floating head. Which is really interesting. You know. So yeah, we were told to watch out for these guys, I guess. I'm like, they don't all look like this, but they all kind of look like the big thing was it's usually a person in a larger jacket. And it's like they're kind of hiding themselves in like the jacket and the hat. And like if they are like, if they kind of refuse to take off their jacket, if they refuse to take off their clothes, like, even if it's, like, a hot day, and, like, you're like, oh, it's like you're inside now, like, you don't need to keep this jacket on. If they're, like, insisting, then they might be one of these guys. It was a big thing. You know? Oh, no, this isn't an OC. No, sometimes it'll be, like, there's, like, are you new here? I don't know if you're new here. It's, like, there's a thing that happens sometimes when, like, it's really late at night, and, like, there's a thing that's called, I've talked about it before on the channel. It's called Late Night Nat Geo. And, like, they will sometimes, like, it doesn't matter what you're doing, it's just at some point in the night, like if you're working on electronic of some kind, like, whatever it is you're watching, it changes, and then suddenly you're in the middle of watching, like, usually a documentary, but this time it was weird because it was a PSA, but, like, usually a documentary of some kind about, like, something that you've never heard of before. Like, it's really informative. They'll, like, tell you about, like, what's weird and wonderful and just isn't around on, like, your day-to-day basis. And it's, like, you're kind of usually forced to sit there for, like, this time it was really short. It was, like, 20 minutes, but, like, normally it's, like, an hour, maybe hour and a half, and they like just inform you about like what's going around. Yeah, like yeah, and then it's like you sit there and then the program starts playing and you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'm watching this, and you watch it for the next bit of time, and then always whenever it ends you just fall asleep. Like, it's like you just fall asleep at the end of the night and it's like over, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess that was a thing that occurred to me, that happened, you know. And, like, this time was no different. Like, once it ended, I fell asleep, and I woke up on my tablet, and I was like, okay, well, rude. Yeah, this time around, they called them the magicians, is what they called these guys, is because it's, like, the idea is, like, it's like a now you see me, now you don't kind of thing, because they, like, eat you. I suppose. So that was fun. I think my favorite Nat Geos that, like, I've seen, like, I really loved the snow. The snow was really good. Like, learning that, like, snow is just, like, really fast evolving DNA, and like that's why the Arctic is dangerous, because it's cold and it's isolating and whatever, but also like it's because the like snow melts before it can become something for the rest of the world. But in the Arctic, it like at the North Pole and the Arctic and whatever, it's like the snow has been there for so long that they have like become creatures. So it's like that's why like nobody lives there. It's so, like, why they don't want to tell you that, though, because they don't want to cause mass panic or whatever. And then there was another one that was, like... Oh. What was it? The Rat King was pretty cool. I liked the, one of the early ones. I liked that it was, like, we had found, like, evidence that, like, the idea of, like, Santa's sleigh was wrong. That it's like it wasn't like he had a bunch of reindeer. It was actually just one with a lot of legs. Like, that was another really cool one, I think. Or they were like, historically, it's like the original tale was based off of this guy, you know. And I thought that was really cool. You retain info better than me taking a nap right after a living lesson. Well, then, you know what? There we go. Maybe that's why they want us to sleep right after. Like Odin's horse. Perhaps. Want you to think it's all a dream. I've heard some people say that that's what they think it is. It's like they want you to think that it was all a dream. But I disagree, because it's like, if they're like trying to spread the word and like inform us, it's like, why would they want us to then afterwards think that it's like not real, you know? Like, I feel like that's kind of defeating the purpose. Goats were actually just one goat. It was conjoined twins goat thing. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, but this time it was weird because it was like a PSA. Yeah, I'm like, this time it was strange because it was like, oh, you gotta watch out for these things, which is like not usual to the program. Like, I was a little confused because I'm like, I'm used to like, it's like, oh, late night Geo's happening. I'm like, what am I gonna learn about tonight? And they're like, oh, it's like, you gotta watch out for these guys. I'm like, oh, this is new. Hello. I wish that they had better photos. Like, I wish it wasn't just like... They're looking out for you this time, maybe. Yeah, which then again, that kind of goes against like the, like, they want you to think it's all a dream. Why would they try to warn us if they wanted us to think it was all a dream? Jane. I don't know what you're talking about, but no, I saw this. Like, this was like a thing that like I saw the other night. Like, it was like a couple nights ago when I saw this. It was like, and then my back has been kind of hurting, and because I fell asleep on top of my like of my tablet after the fact. Not great for my neck. I've already got bad back problems. I don't need to have that again. But no, this happened. Like, this is like totally real, you know? Now that I'm telling you, maybe one day you'll like run into it too. A few of the people in here like run into the PSAs too. There was somebody who came in once and they were saying that like they had seen one about like unicorns, and I had never seen that one before. And I was like, what? There's some that I haven't seen? I'm like, that sucks. They pick and choose who gets to watch what, I guess. Maybe they know that some people can't differentiate between what was dream and what was reality. Maybe. A spare night. Maybe I'll try to see it. It's like, it just, like, there's no schedule is the hard thing. You know? Like, it's like, there's never like a, it's never like an, oh, this is like when the programming comes on. It's just, it chooses what night it wants to show up. Which is like weird. Which is why it's like, it's also been a really long time since the last time I saw a Nat Geo program, so I was like, I was getting kind of sad. I'm like, oh no, I'm like, it's been so long, but like, it came back recently. Had one back in the day, I learned about these giant creature called moose. Like, a year later, I saw one, yo! What were the moose like? That one? I haven't seen that one. The infomercials are pretty crazy. Faint memories because I was so young when I saw them. Yeah. I feel like it's like a lot of like infomercials, commercials. It's like when you watch them when you're really young and like you kind of like forget what they were. I feel like that's what happens with a lot of lost media in general. This is a PNG tuber. It's like a VTuber, but only two pictures. Oh, actually it's 4 because I have a blinking animation too. But no, I just put it into a program and it like animates live, essentially. But it's like a VTuber. VTubers have like rigs and stuff. Thanks. I'm not the only one who does it. I'm far from the only one who does it. Yeah, there's a video around like how to make a PNG tuber. It's pretty easy. Years ago about looking for ominous black obelisks. Under no circumstances to not lick them no matter how tempting it is. That's interesting. I feel like if I came across a black obelisk, I would not want to lick it. But then again, I guess I've never come across a black obelisk, so I wouldn't know. Hello, mother. Thank you.
The Saturday night snack.
Yeah, the Saturday snack.
That's Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon snack. Thank you, mother. My mother was here today. She gave me coffee. I have my Tim Hortons French vanilla and my Timbits. Now I will wake up with coffee. No, actually, coffee makes me go fall asleep more, but it's a nice little snack. Oh, 10 Timbits this time. Thank you, mother. Yeah, my mama came in and gave me a snack. I missed her so much last week. Me too. I'll put my Timbits over here. I do love my family. I love them very, very much. It's so funny, actually, on the topic of obelisks, my old PC, which my dad finally took, because I was like, I've had it just kind of in my room for so long, and like, I keep on forgetting to bring it to e-waste, but my dad took it the other day, and he was like, he brought it to e-waste, and I'm like, oh, there's a whole section of my room that's open again. And like, that PC, it was my first ever PC. Like, I have a custom build now, but it was my first ever PC. And the PC name was the Obelisk. Like, I called it the Obelisk. My current PC's name is the Spire, because it's a different, it's a different tower. But I call it the Spire. Just walks on its ears getting dirt and gunk into them. Yeah, it's kind of strange. I also thought that. I'm like, I saw the magician and they're like showing how it like stands like this, and I'm like, dang, those are some strong ears. I'm like, what's with that? Oh, so this is like something that I saw on TV. I guess not TV. I saw it, technically it was on my PC. I was in the middle of watching a YouTube video and then it like popped up, but like, I saw it on like on a program. They tell you about like the stuff around the world that like normal science doesn't tell you about. And it was like this time around they were talking about like, it was a PSA, it was weird, and they were saying like, oh, it's like you gotta watch out for like these mimics. They called him the magician because it's like they open the trench coat and there's like a surprise. But it's like they mimic people in like large coats and large clothing. And like when it opens up that it's like, it's revealed that like the tongue is like, their tongue is like the person's head and they like snap you up. And you don't then, and it's like, you know, then you get eaten and you're dead. I suppose so. I kind of wonder if it's like, because like they're mimicking, right? It's like, who are they mimicking? Part of me wonders if it's like, if they're mimicking like the people that they eat. Like, I wonder if that's it, you know? That would be kind of crazy. Might run this another D&D session as a sentient mimic. Go for it. That sounds sick. Did they show you the inner workings of a magician with those little drawings? It was like a police sketch? No. They just had like... this one was just a sketch. Like, they had no actual photo of, like, the inner side, but this is, like, their estimate or whatever. But, like... Well, this one they said was an estimate. They said that somebody had seen this before, but like they couldn't snap a photo, obviously, because if this thing is coming towards you, you're not pulling out your phone. Right, you're running. So like they did say like this one was just a sketch though that they showed. They had photos of them like hidden though, which was interesting. I do love the Magnus archives. I feel like I'm working really slow right now. Maybe that's just because my demo from today was really big and intense. No, it's all good. No question. No worries about questions. This question, yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. They just said that they found, it was just somebody who had, like, observed it before. 12 concepts. I only did one. And it's not a concept. I'm just copying what I saw, which is, like, you'd think that would make me move faster, because I'm like, it's not like I'm coming up with this. This was just something I saw, you know? It was on TV. I keep saying TV. It's not, I'm just so used to calling Nat Geo TV. No, this was on my PC, technically. I'm so sorry to ask you this. Fazart organization, who in the Discord are you? Yeah, no, they had a mix. They had a mix of artists' renderings and, like, photos. Like, the photos, I mentioned it earlier, it was, like, the photos, like, some of them were, like the Bigfoot photos where it was, like... Oh, Kevin! This is a new account. The alter ego, yeah. I was like, your texting style is the same, but I'm like, I needed to check. But no, yeah, it was like a mix. It was like, some of them were like the, like, kind of Bigfoot-esque photos where they were like blurry and they sucked, and you're like, how are you taking photos like this in the big 2026? But like the others, like this one was like, it was like a sketch. Like they had no photo of this one. I personally think it's kind of cute that like their ears are shaped like boots. He's supposed to be called Kevin until they change the usernames for no reason. Interesting. Okay. I use OBS. Lots of streamers use OBS. I actually don't know a streamer who doesn't use OBS or Streamlabs. I don't think OBS is listed under device Jesse's. I don't think. Yeah, OBS isn't listed under there. Yeah, don't mind me. I am as tired as I usually am today. I guess I could rotate this one again. It's like just rotate it, draw it upside down. It's easier than drawing it straight. Actually, knowing someone so well, you recognize their texting pattern. Kevin and I talk a lot. I'm drawing something that I saw on a late night program the other day. It interested me, so I'm gonna want to do an interpretation of it. The one all time eating things, the one Stephen King movie on the plane. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't consumed enough Stephen King media. Like, I don't really think... Like, I think I've read maybe, like, 2 Stephen King novels. One of them was Pet Sematary. And then I started The Stand, and I never finished it. Langoliers. Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of it. I have like several books and like things that I still have yet to read that are just like on my shelf. Like I have several like novels and like comics and things I've been meaning to like sit down and like read and or even finish reading. Like, I still haven't finished. It's been actually forever. I was almost done the book and I never did. It, like, Piranesi by Susanna Collins. I meant to finish that one. Susanna Clark, sorry. It's really good. I just stopped reading it at a point because I kind of just forgot to finish it. I also have, another Matt Haig book that I meant to read. The Radleys by Matt Haig. That's it. Because I read, as a teenager, I read, Humans by Matt Haig. And I really liked that book. Because I really like his writing style. And it was just, Humans was so funny. Like, I loved that novel, so I'm like, I'm absolutely willing to read another novel by him about a family of secret vampires. Like, that sounded funny. I talk like I'm the age. Sorry, I just saw that. Talk like I'm the age I am, so it's probably easy for her to tell. Kevin, you're great. You're right, though. Yeah, I feel like I used, I'm like, I don't really love this liner. I feel like I used all of my, like, cool line art earlier today. While I was doing my other demo. Here, hang on. You guys want to see it? It's like a big background. It's not done yet. This one. I'm still in the middle of working on it. It's like a really big, like, Gonzalo wrote this part of the curriculum. It's like, we have to make like a lost city. We have to like illustrate like a lost, kind of like decrepit city. There's like, Corn is gonna be right here. I haven't drawn him in yet, but like, it's like we have to make somebody who is like adventuring through this like lost abandoned city. And it's kind of up to us to like make like an environmental story with it. And I was like, I've been doing a lot of, like, desert, oceanic stuff recently. So I was like, it's time to do something more foliage-esque. You know what I mean? And, like, I feel like I want to do something with, like, leaves and, like, moss and stuff. So I found, like, this image of, like, a mountainside. Like, a really mossy mountainside. I was like, I think this is the one. I'm like, I think this is what I want to take inspiration from, you know? So yeah, I had fun with this one. Read House of Leaves. I see. Very interesting. I've heard. Easy to follow. That one I know is not true. I had a student once who told me that House of Leaves was his favorite novel ever, and I was like, how is House of Leaves your favorite as a teenager? Fascinating. I'm like this like gulper eel-esque anatomy. But yeah, I think I used up all my intensive lining for the day through that piece. Whoa! Whoa, he's back. There you go. I'm in that ancient overgrowth vibe. Me too. I liked it too. Hang on, I am taking a short Timbit break. I want more of the Timbits. I want my honey dip Timbits. I'm really basic. The honey dip ones are the best ones. Oop, I see a line art question. Give me a second. Also true, we have a new video about line art coming up soon. Is it? I haven't even seen it. I don't watch my own content. I appreciate that. I guess my biggest thing, like, if I'm to summarize something small, is... I guess that... if I'm to summarize something small about, like, what... it's, like, a big thing with, like, line art, is, like, remember that, like, line art is a correction, not a trace. So it's, like, when you are doing line art, try not to trace what your original sketch is. Just understand what your intention of the sketch is, and correct what was there. Right, it's like you're seeing the lines that I'm doing, and they're not, like, exactly tracing the sketch that's underneath. They're, like, correcting it and improving upon it. You also want to move fast, because the slower that you move, you're removing some of, like, the movement. You know? Because lines are meant to be a cleanup. They're not just tracing your sketch. They're meant to improve upon the sketch, you know? And it's like if you're moving really slow and you're not, like, adapting your lines, then they end up looking really, like, bland. No, because they were saying, like, it's like the... like, the heads, the people heads, it's like, it's, like, part of their tongue. It's like a snapping turtle. which is like really cool. I'm like, I know that they're saying like, oh, you should probably stay away from these guys, but honestly, I'm the worst because like in like horror games and stuff, like I like the monster shows up and I'm like, no, 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 take me closer. I want to see it. I don't think I would be like that in real life though. I'm actually a very cautious person in real life. So like if I ended up seeing like this kind of like guy on the streets, I feel like I feel like I'm like, it's time to go. Can't be here anymore. I quit a non-horror game because the atmosphere became too heavy. Oh, no, no such thing. I love when the atmosphere is real heavy. It's my favorite thing ever. What do you mean there's no mind-blown emote? There should be one. It's true. No, I actively search out stuff that, like, makes me uncomfortable. I love horror. That's why the Nat Geo broadcasts me so often. True. Discomfort the best way to know you're growing. True. Discomfort with art. You can say that. If there's something that is difficult with drawing, that's good. That means you have something else to learn. I guess you could also say emotional discomfort means you're growing as well. It's interesting because it's like even if I saw this like on TV, I still need to like fill in some memory gaps. Hey man, I didn't have a perfect photographic memory anyway. I had a pretty good one. I have a pretty good one, but I don't... It ain't photographic though. Actually, it might be. I was told that I might have a photographic memory. What are you talking about? We're talking about... I mean, right now, not a lot, but, like, we were talking about, late night, not Geo. We were talking about, like, a late night documentary program that comes on sometimes. It might be. I don't know, man. I was told a long time ago that it might be. I really love drawing teeth. Like, it's something that I've loved drawing for a really long time now. Like, I love drawing in teeth. It's just a lot of fun. I feel like after this stream, I'm gonna just be playing a lot of Slime Rancher. I feel like... I know I'm really close to the end of Slime Rancher 2. I need to finish it. Yeah. Honestly, it started to come back with, like, Slime and ASMR channels and stuff. Not like the Nickelodeon slime, though. Voidling bound. Interesting. X devs for Skylanders. Shoot, I feel like... Hearing X devs for Skylanders makes me feel old. I'm just saying. Yeah. Also, I feel like I draw my hyperfixations most days. When I am drawing. Makes you feel old as an adult already when Skylanders drop. I was the older sibling that beat the bosses for my brother when Skylanders was new. And, like, Leave me alone! But no, my brother played, what was it? My brother played through Giants first. And, like, I still think Giants is the best one, I'll be honest. He played a couple others after that, but none were as good as Giants was. Giants was just so good. And, like, he got to the final boss and he couldn't beat it, so he, like, had to hand me the Wii U remote controller. I beat it for him. I still have some of our Skylanders up on my shelf. I only ever played as the girl Skylanders that could fly. Specifically the quadruped girl Skylanders that could fly. I played as Cinder, I played as Whirlwind, I played as Sonic Boom. Like, those were my big ones. And then the only one that couldn't fly, that was my exception, was Flashwing. I played as those four all the time. Yeah, my brother played those two as well, but, like, they just weren't as good. Like, when I, like, played them as well, I was like, these just are not as good. Zappinger Robot, fun. How's Cricket doing? Oh, what was last session? Oh, last session we left the city finally, and we ended last session about to fight a guy that's, like, essentially hunting down Takan. So that's gonna be fun. We tried to play it cool, but Takan does not know how to play it cool, so he was severely aggressive, and we're getting into combat next session. So that's fun. This is like a mimic-ass creature? Yeah, so, like, the other night, a TV program came on, and, like, it informed me about, like, how there are, like, these people that are, like, walking around that, like, kind of look like people, but they're not. And, like, if you walk too close, then they'll, like, eat you. So I'm like, I'm just redrawing what I saw on it. Do you think magicians have inward-facing teeth along the wall of his mouth to stop prey from escaping? I don't know. I mean, like, they didn't show that on the program. Like, it was, like, just a big, like, it was just a big membrane. Like, if you've ever seen a gulper eel, like, it was like that. Like, it was just, like, a big open mouth like this. And, like, they mentioned that the inside is bigger than the outside, too, which was, like, strange and didn't make sense. But to be fair, they're also, like, they don't even know where these guys came from. They're just calling them the magicians. You're just saying, like, oh, it's like, just watch out for the streets and stuff, you know? Thanks, my OC. I'm trying to figure out magical instruments, make a bagpipe magical looking. Honestly, like, the best way to make anything magical looking is just, like, give it, like, elements that don't make sense. Like, floating sections, or, like, areas where, like, things might insert that also don't really make a lot of sense, like, that kind of thing. Or just give it some cool patterns. love for flowers, even though he's a tiefling. Hey, tiefling gang! Hey, you know what? My tiefling is meant to look as much of like a satyr as possible, so I get it. As much like a satyr as possible without being a satyr. So who says a tiefling can't love flowers? Tiefling is a bard plus 11 deception level 5. Let's go. My partner plays a warlock who he put in so much into intimidation at level 5. Like at level 3 he had a maxed out charisma, like 20 charisma at level 3. He rolled really well on the stats, and then like with additional things he was like a 20 charisma, and like and then he had like extra things for intimidation. I think currently he has like a plus. I think they're at like level 8, I believe. Currently I believe he has like a plus like 15. Yeah. No, it rules. I love having really high stats. The campaign's done, but what is it? My barbarian has a plus like 7 in strength. It's awesome. Yeah. No, my current characters, none of them have negatives either. It's great. I rolled really well for Cricket, actually. Cricket's stats are pretty good for level 5 as well. It's like... Cricket right now... Cricket's a cleric. Cricket right now is, what's Corrin's thing? Yep. Corrin's final stats, for those who want to know, it was 25 strength, 16 dex, 20 con, 9 int, 12 whiz, 12 charisma. That was his level 20 stats. Cricket's stats right now. Cricket stats are stupid. That's a 14 strength, 14 dex, 16 con, 10 int, 18 whiz, 11 charisma. So yeah, no negatives on Cricket either. Actually, Lonnie's stats were really stupid. Lonnie, I rolled crazy. I rolled a 12, 13, 14, 16, 16, 16 when I rolled Lonnie. Hello. Yeah, Lonnie's stats right now. 14 strength, 16 dex, 15 con, 12 int, 17 wisdom, 17 charisma. That's my bard. Oh, I love her. Yeah, none of my ASIs went into her abilities. Like, she only has feats, so it's like that's just her stats. First actually watching a live, we'll welcome in. Thank you. NPCs in your campaign hate bards. Well, that's lame. What's wrong with a bard? Hi, Quinn. This is a critter I saw in I caught another late night at Geo. This is something I gotta watch out for, apparently. Well, that's Bardist, if he thinks all bards suck after 1x. That's lame. Hey, you know what? Not GeoStream. Yeah, it's fun. It's always fun to draw what I saw. Bards are a lot of fun. Yeah, I love playing a bard. My my tiefling though is the child of an archfiend, so they're very much like they're very much like, well, you know, my vibe's gonna be a little off if you do a detect creatures thing. Just letting you know. Promise I'm not here to hurt you. Oh, so yeah, so this was Quero pickle. This one is like I'm drawing, so if you haven't been here before, sometimes like there's this TV program that comes on. They call themselves, it's called Late Night Nat Geo. It only ever comes out at like 2 a.m. or whatever. And like they'll tell you about like stuff in the world that like science doesn't want you to know, as they put it. And like normally it's like normally it's like a documentary or whatever, but this time it was like a PSA, which is kind of weird. And like they were talking about how they're like these people, they're like, sometimes you'll see like somebody who's in just like a trench coat or like a big coat or something, and they look a little off. And like if you see them, it's like you shouldn't interact, because if you get too close, then it's like they could like their coat opens up and it looks like this, and they could like eat you. And it's like, so they were saying it's like, oh, you should watch out. And they called them the magician because it's like they open the coat and it's like a surprise. Like a magic trick. It's like the now you see me, now you don't kind of thing, because you're dead. That was how they explained it anyway. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's a bit much, but, you know. No, not quite like Mothman. Like, it's... Somebody pointed it out, and it's a little, like, bat-like, now that I think about it. But yeah, it was like a thing, and they were saying it's like, oh, it's like they can mimic voices and stuff, but you can kind of tell because it doesn't really... Like, it kind of just sounds like somebody who is, like, repeating back sentences that they've heard. Like, it's not like if you ask them questions, they might reply correctly, but, like, more often than not, they reply kind of weird. Given... Thank you. So yeah, it was like, they also showed like a mix of like, oh, it's like some of these were photos and some of these were like artist interpretations. So it's like, especially with the open mouth, they were like, this is just an artist interpretation of what it looks like based on like somebody, what they saw the other night. And I'm like, okay, guess I'll just go with that memory. Is that a real thing? Is just for funs and giggles? Oh no, this is like super real. Like, this is like a thing that happens every once in a while. We have several streams about like how like Late Night Nat Geo comes on, and it's like they'll talk about like the things that like are around. Like there was one about like snow, how snow is like DNA and like it can congeal and it becomes like a creature, right? But it's like, this is like 100% real. Like this is like a thing that just like happens every once in a while. Thank you for my daily dose of incomprehensible horror is true. Yeah. Yeah. It's not even... Oh, the raindrops one was cool, too. Yeah, raindrops are like creatures. See, I don't really remember that one that well. There was another thing with, like, clouds. Clouds are, like... Sometimes they come down to grab you. That was another thing. And it's, like, painful to the touch. Similar to vampires. Interesting. But yeah, they were saying it was like you can also kind of catch them in their mimic lie. Like you can catch them like mimicking somebody as well, because it's like they'll look like, it'll be really, really hard to tell if they're a mimic or not. But like one big tell is like if you get a close enough look at the face, then like you can see that like the features don't really look actually like embedded into the skull. They sort of look painted on. But like it's kind of hard to check that way, because if you get close enough, they can just take you. Hi, Kay. Welcome in. Oh, that's my DM! Everybody point at Kay. That's my DM. Kay Meister in chat. That's my DM. Dubious title is so funny. What is that? What emote is that? Is it just a go? I guess so. Is Kay the same DM that gave Quarter tragic backstory? Yes, he is! True, he also, like, I started with something sad, Kay just made it extra sad. And that's what made it awesome. And it doesn't shake, I gave Quarter an epic backstory for the other side. And now I'm terrified with what he's doing with Cricket, personally. I'm terrified, but in the good way, you know? We already got stuff going on with my mom and with Mephistopheles and, like, the other demons. It's gonna be great. Just gotta describe my excitement. Same! It'll literally be, like, it's like I am, like, on the train and, like, not, like, I could totally be, like, doing work or, like, other things. Nope, I am daydreaming about theories. KO, could you easily? I have 0 problems! No, that's true. That's as he should. I allow him to do this. I want... I want these things. I think my biggest fear right now is the fact that I told Kay that one of my favorite kinds of tragedies are the ones where it's like everything has already happened, you just have to sort of live with the consequences. And that, I think, is perhaps the most terrifying thing that I've told him while we were talking about Cricket. So I said first, true. So while I am terrified in the good way, I am also just regular terrified too. That's gonna be great. You know? But yeah, so it looked like this. Here, it's a little bit cleaner now. So it's like they said, like, it was like you can walk around and sometimes and like they just have like a big coat. But like when it opens up, it's just this, you know? I've heard that it's a lot of work being a DM. I've never DM'd before. True fun of tabletop games. No, you don't know everything. Also, yeah, you're right. That is also just real life. DM right now. No books required. Entirely winged homebrew. Let's go. You should play D&D. I rolled 11. What happens? You have a pretty alright day. Not bad. But not amazing. Just a little above average. Sorry, I'm taking another Timbit break. Got it. It's time to find a new party. I think some of my favorite moments with, like, Kay's DMing specifically is because, like, Kay and I have very similar tastes in, like, monsters and horror and stuff. So, like, every time a monster shows up, I get really excited. I'm like, oh, what is it this time? It's awesome. It's so fun. Yeah, sometimes you can just ask. It's like you join Discords and you look for parties. Because a lot of people are always looking for D&D parties to play with. I think some of my students have started to plan out a D&D campaign to play together. True! True! Kay did, yeah, learn how to forge handwriting and write just a note from her fictional dad. No, genuinely, it was, like, in person. I still have it behind me. Like, memorable. It's so good. No, it's so fun. Students, yeah, so this channel it's also, like, an online school. So I'm one of the instructors. One of the art teachers here. But no, it's awesome. I love and appreciate all the very cool things that Kay does for us as a DM. I appreciate all the cool things that all of my DMs do for us. My fiance is also one of our DMs, and he will make some of the most fun, interactive, like... He'll make some of the most fun, interactive, like, little games for us to play for our Pokemon D&D stuff. Like, unmatched. They're so fun. Like, he'll make, like, he'll make assets and stuff, and we get to interact with them on Roll20. It was, like, we ended up going to, like, a casino at one point, and we spent so long at the slot machines that he made. It was so fun, though. Recently we did racing. Like, we did like a racing game with like card flipping and stuff. It's so fun. I loved it. Yeah, I think Kay is my favorite in terms of the way that he handles like horror and creatures and like that like level of storytelling is always really fun for me. Yeah, I'm probably 25 minutes. I mean, I was gonna color this one. I'll probably just do flats just based on like how much time is left, but yeah. Rendering, I don't think so though. I don't have the time. Yeah, I'm working really slow right now. Lame. It's okay. And no worries about changing the subject. This is a stream. I talk about 5 bajillion different subjects at once. Yeah, do some drawing, do some sketching. Expert subject jugglers, true. Oh, I love cranberry juice. Am I late? I mean, a little. That's okay, though. Welcome in. We still got time, though. The important part is that you're here. Indeed. Yeah, maybe I'm the weird one for thinking that their little ears are, like, cute. Like, I understand this thing is terrible, and it, like, eats people, and it's like, it'll come into your house at night, or, like, will try and pretend to be your families and friends, and, like, consume them. But, like, it's... They have little ears that look like boots. You know? Friendship no matter. They're so good at working their way into our lives. You know, true. I guess they wouldn't be good, like, mimics if they didn't, you know? Okay, have fun. Good luck. Good luck with homework. Thank you for popping by. I knew that about the Tinkaton line. I didn't realize that was why they had Squawkabilly instead. I thought they just used Squawkabilly because Squawkabilly are native to Paldea. And Corviknight are native to Galar. This goes to my head. That's Pokemon. First set of Pikachu's first game. You first game you played was yellow. Oh no, Kevin! My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Black. Kevin, no. And then I played a bunch of them in reverse, so it was like... It was like I played Pokemon Black, and then I played Soul Silver, and then I played Platinum. And then I started going back to regular order, so then it was X and Y, then Omega Ruby, and then, you know. But yeah, no, my first ever Pokemon game was Black. Well, I guess I played... It was Black, and then I played Black and White 2, and then, yeah. But no, it was... My first ever one was Pokemon Black. I played Real Silver. I had never played Original Silver. I don't think I saw the episode, or at least I don't remember it. If Dot's Tinka-Tink attacked the Corviknight taxi. Tinka-Tink. I love that stupid little creature. The anime made me like the Tinkaton line more. Like, I kind of hated them, but I'm like, now I like them more because of the anime. Goldie stole my level 100 Aerodactyl, lol. Or maybe I won't have time to color this one in. There's only 15 minutes left. LOL. Oh well. If I don't, then these are pretty good lines anyway. You know what, Kevin? He's not here to tell it to you, so I can tell you about my partner's first, my partner's first ever shiny that he got. I believe it was a Graveler. It was his first ever shiny, and he got so excited that, like, I believe he threw his DS by accident, and it snapped in half. So it, like, broke. With the it got a shiny, it, like, broke completely. I remember when he told that story, and I was like, no! Oh no! My first ever shiny, get this, my first ever shiny that I caught was an Absol. My first ever shiny was an Absol in Pokemon Black. I got 3 shinies in one day, and then I didn't catch another shiny until, like, I played, Legends Arceus. like, I got 3 shinies in one day on Pokemon Black by accident. Like, I didn't even realize shinies were a thing until that day. And then, after that, nothing. Absolutely nothing for all games until Legends Arceus, where I caught a few. But yeah, my very first shiny was an Absol. Which is a sick first shiny. At least my first one, because I was afraid it was a glitch. I heard a lot of people had done that. Like, they were, like, as kids, and they didn't realize that, like, a shiny was a thing, so they, like, reset because they thought they were, like, glitching out. Which is really unfortunate. Like, I didn't reset over it. I kind of realized that it was a thing because it made like a sound when it showed up, and I was like, oh, that's new, and so I caught it really quickly because I was excited. Your first shiny was the red Gyarados. Ah. Not the shiny overworld sound in ZA. Yeah, I know. I loved ZA, dude. I was so normal about some of those characters, bro. Ugh. My fiance and I were like, Ivor? You mean our husband? Teeth, I really like. Well, it's like teeth, it depends. I mean, like, if you have like a sharp one, I tend to treat like big like sabers and like canines. It's like always have like a little bit going down into the gums. And then like just add a little extra to like show that it's like three-dimensional. Listen, if they are just as good as the ZA protagonists, like, we'll see if anybody piques my interest. I like Corbeau. Corbeau's my second favorite. I am just very partial to the himbo characters is all. For no apparent reason, of course. I got like 8 minutes. I'm like kind of afraid to start coloring because like I don't want to like not finish coloring. So we only got 7 minutes left. Like I could just do the big one. I mean like that is a possibility, I suppose. Do I want to do that though? I mean, why not, right? There we go. Oh, you know what? Actually, I should write. Like what I remember. See, it's like there's 3 minutes left. I don't think I'll be able to finish coloring this if I try now, frankly. I'm like, I don't want to start something new if, like, I'm not going to be able to finish it. I could just do, like, just a little bit of shading, and, like, just so it's not super flat, you know? I'm like, I don't want to just leave it completely, you know? Hello. No, that was fast. You don't know who knows what you'll remember in the future. I mean, that's true. It's okay. Late night chill, give it and take it away. True. It's okay, I'll just give it some, like, light, shadow, and, like, value difference, we'll call that. Stream bingo? Mm-mm. We did that once in D&D where it was like, I think it was Crow who made a D&D bingo, and it was like for like, I believe it was the Ion for Corrin's campaign, and they were like, and it was like, okay, the free space on that bingo board was a party member asking if another party member was okay. True, take a pic of your own hand. Okay, that's 5 o'clock. Just give me a second, though. I'm just gonna do the rest of this gray. We'll call that there. Alright, friends. That is 501. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. And thank you to those who played along for for all the times that we were actually talking about the late night Nat Geo. I always like doing the improv for these, trying to come up with it on the spot. I had less of an idea for this one, so thank you for playing along. I think it came out kind of cool. I like the folds of the skin here. I think that was a cool design choice, but thank you all so much for joining me today. If you're new to the studio, new to the channel, hey, linkcanvas.com. Check out the classes. Spring term is coming up soon. Winter term ends on March 15th, so when the next term of our classes comes around, I am one of the lovely instructors that are there, and there are many other instructors that take part in the channel, in the studio. We all teach different things, so check out the classes that we offer on linkcanvas.com and see, talk to us about booking something. This file that you see in front of you will be available as a JPEG on the Discord, so join the Discord, come hang out with some people, come hang out with some other art nerds and say hi, hello to them. But if you want to say hi, hello to me, you're going to have to become a member, YouTube member, school member, Patreon member, and you can join on the specific members only chats is the only place that I hang out, so you can come say hi to me and the other streamers that hang out over there. This Monday, you guys will have Josh. Josh is going to be showing you guys... What was it? Josh... Oh. I lied. What's Josh doing tomorrow? Hang on. Doesn't say on the channel. Da-da-da. Yes, Josh on Monday is going to be adding some animation to the illustration that he and Faye worked on during Valentine's Day. So check that out for Monday when you guys come to hang out. And then this coming Saturday, or this next Saturday, Kevin, who's next Saturday? It doesn't say on the channel. I'm not too sure who is going to be up next Saturday. It's not me, is it? Do we stream next Saturday? I don't know. Cause I can't find out who's doing what. Is it Josh? Okay, you'll have Josh again this coming Saturday. So be sure to check that out as well, and wait until we can, and subscribe to see and catch notifications on what we'll be doing then. Alright guys, thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks. Au revoir, bye bye.